So I want to take a look at what Colin Cowherd has had to say about Jordan Love and look at a video from about a month ago and look at one this past week after Love's very good performance beating the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving Day. And if you guys have watched my channel for a while, in the preseason, I did a reaction video to his take on Jordan Love, and there was one play in the preseason where Luke Musgrave was coming across the left side. Jordan Love throws it, completely misses Luke Musgrave. He was wide open, really bad throw, and Colin Cowherd's takeaway from that is that Jordan Love has nothing special, that a college quarterback makes that kind of throw. So I thought it was a little premature to judge Jordan Love's, future and career off of one miss in a preseason game, which, was one of his first time playing in a long while. And he had also said around the time, Colin Cowherd, that he had a source in Green Bay who had been around the Packers for a while and had been around Jordan Love, and he had seen nothing special there. And so at the time I was contemplating, who is this? Where does this information come from? And I think now we've seen a lot of special from Jordan Love, and we've seen lots of that throughout the season, even in the points of the season where Love was struggling with his accuracy. The Packers were on a losing streak, but we've seen a lot of special the past few weeks especially. And now I want to take a look at what Colin Cowherd had to say 1 month ago about Jordan Love, and the title of the video that was posted on his channel was Jordan Love Proved He's a Backup QB. So let me show a little bit of this clip, and then we'll show what he said after Thursday's game against the Detroit Lions.
Jordan Love is little more than a backup. First of all, Green Bay's head coach Matt LaFleur warned us multiple times in the offseason to temper our enthusiasm. They didn't do that with Herbert, Burrow, or Mahomes. They didn't. Secondly, watch how Green Bay coaches him. They don't trust him. It's hyper-conservative. He only had 15 pass attempts through 3 quarters, doubled that in the fourth when he was trailing, but they'd rather not throw. Third, analytics and data prove he is awful in the first half. Can't be a good quarterback. Forget great. Can't be a good quarterback if you're always trailing. Hard enough to play the position, really, really hard to play it trailing. Jordan Love can't play it trailing and win games. Listen, the chances of going from Favre to Rodgers to a star quarterback were Zippo. Let's get out of the star. He's not a tier 1. Can he be Derek Carr, Dak, Kirk Cousins? I'm 50-50 with a strong lean. He's a backup.
All right, so that is what Cowherd had to say about a month ago. And at that time, I think that was around when the Packers were starting to struggle a little bit, and there was no doubt Jordan Love was not playing well. And let me just show you this other clip from the other day, and then I'll give my thoughts on all this. So here's first J-Mac on the Colin Cowherd, his show, and then Colin Cowherd starts talking.
Interceptions, 67% completions. He's turning a corner. We've had the Packers ticketed for a quarterback. Well, I have in the draft. And all of a sudden, now is Jordan Love maybe their guy?
Well, they're going to let him. So let's just, whether he's great or not, Green Bay, he's going to, they said this year they wanted to watch the growth. I think you're seeing a more confident kid who clearly sees the field more. But can I take a ride on this? Everybody thinks I hated Jordan Love. I said, I don't see it. But at least Green Bay has a history, unlike the Bears, of being an offensive culture. Those young receivers are excellent. Musgrave is going to be fantastic at tight end. Green Bay gives Jordan Love a much better chance to succeed than New England does Mac Jones, Pittsburgh does Kenny Pickett, or Chicago does Justin Fields because their history in Green Bay. They draft offense well. They develop it well. They've had 3 straight offensive coaches. So whether or not Jordan Love is great, when you start getting to all these young quarterbacks, Zach Wilson, defensive coach. Kenny Pickett, defensive coach. That's my takeaway is Green Bay will do. Chicago, defensive culture, defensive coach. Green Bay does the best job at giving young quarterbacks a chance to succeed of all these teams with a young quarterback now.
All right, so that is what Colin Cowherd had to say. I think that was on Monday on his show. And so you can sort of see where it seems like he's come to a realization that maybe Jordan Love actually isn't a backup-type quarterback, that he recognized how he can definitely see the field much better. And I think this just sort of proves why it's important to have patience with young quarterbacks. Jordan Love being in his first season. And there is no doubt, there was that stretch of games in the middle of the season where I was starting to wonder if Jordan Love keeps playing like this then he's clearly not the guy. The thing that I feel like we always have to keep in mind, though, is that these young players develop and grow and get better. And if we were to judge every single player, 50% of the way through their first starting season, it's just way too premature to judge a quarterback and to put a label on him, halfway through the season. And we've seen just how much Jordan Love has grown, especially these past 3 games. And even still at this point, in my video yesterday, I was saying how I'm like 90% confident now Jordan Love is the guy. Before the season, I was like at 100% seeing how he played in the preseason. Then during that stretch where things were shaky, I was like, well, if he can't play, if he can't improve on this, then clearly he's not the guy. So I tried to, look at that at that time like that. But now I'm pretty certain that he is, and I think we still need to see how he plays as the rest of the season goes by. But Jordan Love is looking really, really good. And, I do wonder who he was talking about, who he was a source in Green Bay that supposedly said there's nothing special there, because I just find it hard to believe that, we see some of these crazy plays that Jordan Love makes, and I just have to imagine that through the years in Green Bay, even when he wasn't starting, there had to be flashes of it. And I think I remember Devondre Campbell saying a while ago that, he's better than lots of the starters. Was that last offseason? Some clip in the offseason. And so I think these Packers players knew that Love had some special abilities, and so it is cool to see sort of how he's adapted and grown through the season. And I think it can definitely be easy in a moment to, just go off one game and have some big takeaway from one game about a player's career. But until a player, I think, has had a good sample size of games, you can't really judge him off of a small sample size. Sure, there are times where, maybe a guy, you think something about a guy after 8 games, which I think is fine. And even in Jordan Love playing poorly, there are lots of moments where you're like, wow, that was a crazy nice play. Wow, look at that arm angle. Wow, look at that. So we've seen the flashes of greatness, and the biggest thing was, can we see the consistency? And the fact that now we are starting to see the consistency is what I think has really taken the confidence of many Packers fans and other people who watch Jordan Love, up another level, that, oh, maybe he is the guy now. And also, too, Cowherd is talking about how the Packers are a good organization for quarterbacks, which I think he's right about that. They've done it with Brett Favre, with Aaron Rodgers, and he had said before in that other clip, the odds of going from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love, another great quarterback or star quarterback, were Zippo. And now it's possible that we are going to another star quarterback. So we still need to watch the rest of the season, see how Jordan Love plays, but things are definitely moving in the right direction for Green Bay, for Jordan Love, this young receiver core. And it's fun to see how the conversation has changed in the past month from this is a team that may have a top 5 pick, which honestly it looked like that the way they were playing, and now to see the past 3 games, the past 2 games especially, beating the Chargers, beating the Lions, that, whoa, this is maybe a playoff team. This could be a playoff team. So things have drastically changed in the past month for Jordan Love and the Packers. But that is all I have for this one. If you want more Packers content like this, feel free to subscribe down below and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.